Alright everybody, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, Part 12. Today we take on the Swamp Palace, which is level 6 that is. And we really don't have a whole lot of stuff left to do on the world now that I think of it, because we've gotten most of the side quests done. So, aside from 2 heart pieces that are actually within the swamp area, we're heading straight into the dungeon, guys. And also we have Justin with us.
Yeah, I'm here.
And Marley's
kind of
back.
with those intros, yes.
And Marley's back. Alright.
Hi.
Hi, the audio got better all of a sudden. Hi.
Bringing a somewhat reliable copy of Camtasia with me.
And where's my pizza?
The pizza I got here with me.
It's probably with that cookie I still owe you.
Well, technically, I'm not so much as hungry. I just really want some 7-Up. I'm not getting a 7-Up mood for some reason.
If I could really teleport this pizza to you, I would have been more than happy to.
You got me wanting pizza.
I got chip crumbs.
So, Justin, since we totally didn't have to re-record this again, what are your experiences and thoughts about Link to the Past?
No clue, since I still have yet to play this game.
Sun, emulation, go.
But I would love to try it out sometime, though.
Or even better, or if you're one of those people who do not like to play ROMs at all, just get on Virtual Console for $8.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I didn't know it was on Virtual Console. Yeah.
It is. Most Super Nintendo and NES games are.
Well, then I'll have to get it then.
Except for Mega Man 6.
Well, except for a good amount of the Mega Man games.
6. Can't Capcom get to it?
6 XP.
It's not so much as Capcom's fault, really. It's Nintendo in general. They just haven't done that thing, the Virtual Console. Well,
No, it really only gets like a handful of games now.
I think they just dropped it after the 3DS came out.
I have noticed that. I have noticed there's been very little mention of Virtual Console new releases as of late.
Speaking of Mega Man, Marley, I'm glad you told me not to do that blind.
Yeah, Mega Man 1 blind is a very bad idea.
I'm getting my ass.
Wait, Mega Man what? Which Mega Man game are we talking about?
Mega Man
Justin was asking me about taking on a Mega Man game blind, and he was thinking of doing Mega Man 1.
Are you kidding me?
And I explained to him very clearly the many implications with doing that.
No.
Yeah, you wanna go see? We went to try to get blind.
Not so much
Well, I already beat Bomb Man
game the first time blind, but 1?
I'll start her first created.
I don't care. That's like the one Mega Man game you don't start on.
So I need to start on 5 or 6.
You can start on 4. You can start on 3. You can start on 2. You can start on 6. You can even start on 7. You can start on 8. You can start on 9, sort of. You can start on 10.
The X series.
But do not start on 1.
Yeah. My attitude is, if you're going to do a blind playthrough, you don't start on 1 because of the difficulty, you don't start on 4 because of how many people have LP'd it, you don't do 2 and 3 because, equally, even though they're a little bit easier to get into, they've been overdone, and 5 and 6 are probably the best options because they balance out the amount to which it's done to the difficulty.
I do
Well,
have
if
5,
you want my honest
so...
opinion, 10 would probably be the best one to play first.
Well, 10 also has an easy mode, so that's why.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Although
I'm
play
gonna tell you this right now.
and doesn't feel
My sister and brother beat their first Mega Man game with 10. And it's easy, and it's both their favorite Mega Man game.
Granted, I beat my first Mega Man game with Mega Man and Bass, and that was...
I feel bad for you.
That's the hardest one in the series.
I feel bad for you. You start off with the hardest.
I started off with the hardest one, and...
I feel bad for you.
Which is funny, because I actually consider Mega Man and Bass to be my second favorite Mega Man game.
Yeah.
Yes, I just said that.
So, I don't mind if I know you have people who like Mega Man and Bass.
Like, Mega Man Base isn't that bad, it's just a difficult...
I mean, it's got some unique features to it, that's for sure, like, especially it's like, there was like the one and only Mega Man game for a long time that had more than one character, so...
Also, what's with us getting on Mega Man tangents all the time?
Well, this is an incredibly long part. This dungeon is vast and spacious, and we need something to fill up the time. So
Yeah,
this is a great thing to talk
The thing
about.
about the Swamp Palace, I like it. It's up there with level 1 as my favorite dungeon in the game. Thing is, though, it's very non-linear and open. Like, you have a lot of rooms open to you at the beginning, so it's easy to get lost. The other thing is that it's easy to break, because you can easily skip a lot of locked doors in this dungeon. And,
Yeah, we can.
and it's if you know your way around it perfectly, it'll be a sense of speed run through.
Yeah. Or you'll be like me, sitting in an airport for 9 hours and taking the opportunity to try and get through it for 2 of those 9 hours.
Which luckily I finished it in this one part.
Yeah. My experiences with Swamp Palace were very long and very painful.
Oh, I might as well get this out of the way. Is it a good or a bad idea to do this game blind? Or as a blind LP?
Link to the map.
Not that bad, but it's one of those
Yeah, I
overplayed
think
games,
it-
kind of.
That's hard for me to say because I heard some people have lost. Some people do say this game doesn't have a very good sense of direction, and that's mostly because I know I might have said this before, but the overworld design is a bit haphazardous.
But it's
I think the
just
thing-
one for that.
My attitude to this is, if you're going to play it blind, don't take the route of ignoring the map. You will probably need it, especially for the Dark World dungeons. That is a given.
And especially pay attention to areas that get opened up with other items because they are very easy to miss. I'm looking at the freaking place where you need the hook shot to get over to the other side of the map where the sanctuary is. You know, the one with the arrows,
Yeah.
in the ground.
Because the only other way to get there is with the Titan Mitt, and you don't get that until level 4, and you need the short hook shot to get to that side of the overworld.
No, you don't. You can, if you have the hammer, you can go over there from the light world side. There's a portal.
Oh, true, yes. And I guess if you go
That
around
was
the
how I
right
got
way
it.
from Hyrule Castle, you can probably get there as well.
That was the way I got in there the first time, and then I suddenly discovered the way you need to do it with the hook shot. I was like, huh?
I do want to warn you though, if
Like,
you do
I
this as a
did not
blind
know,
playthrough.
I did not know you could lap. Here's the stupid thing. I didn't know you can hook shot onto skulls.
That's interesting. You were saying something, listener?
But I do say, like, if you did do this as a blind playthrough, be aware now, because you're in this part, people are going to say, well, you've already seen the game's not true, you're blind. Because I got those complaints a lot when I did my Generations. Not my fault the levels were leaked. And also the soundtrack was leaked.
Here's my attitude to a blind playthrough. I would consider it blind provided you have never played it. Just because you observe a game doesn't make you better at it or more prepared.
That's exactly how I feel.
As we were talking before, take the Mega Man series for example. I have seen playthroughs of Mega Man 1 through 10. I suck at Mega Man 1 through 6. And Mega Man and Bass. That watching and actually playing it are two completely different things. In a lot of cases, so...
Very true, but some people don't really seem to realize it, because they still complain when you state that.
If you're paying attention real closely, I am using the map a lot in this dungeon. This is one of those dungeons where you really need to use the map quite a bit.
Very true.
Absolutely. Because I'm sure you can easily get lost in a dungeon, any Zelda game. It's easily possible.
This dungeon's more like a labyrinth, like I mentioned, so the map really helps keep track of where you're going.
This dungeon and the dungeon before are probably the least linear of the whole game, except for maybe the next one, but I think that one's a little easier to navigate. Yeah, Turtle Rock's fairly straightforward.
But the problem with level 7 is it not so much the structure, it's more so its gimmick.
Yeah, it's gimmick.
Yeah.
Its gimmick requires very fast reaction times.
Yeah, and I really
I'll get into better detail with that once we get to there, because God, it's a good idea, but because of the way the game is designed, it just does not work well.
It's just when you first do that dungeon, when you're first playing, you want to have magic with you, because if you don't, you're going to have a very hard time trying to beat it. Even though they give you plenty of magic refills, you'll probably still use more magic than you should.
Damn it, Lester, I wanted to save that.
Oh, we'll see as soon as we get in there anyways, but just get out of the way now.
Also, I've been noticing that you haven't really been using any of your fire items on the whiz robes at all.
They work.
I'm pretty sure even the lantern does a fair amount of damage to whiz robes. They're practically allergic to fire.
Well, since he has a level 3 sword, it really doesn't matter if he's close range, so Lantern probably out of the question. The Fire Rod, I can see.
The things you learn from Minish Cap.
Plus, I'll be getting the level 4 sword before level 7, so...
Yeah. Because they allow you to get that after 6, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Super Bomb becomes available then, yeah.
Yeah, because I always thought you get it after you get all the crystals, but no, apparently you can get it beforehand.
Which makes sense because you at least have it for at least somewhat of a longer time.
True, but at the same time, I think you have to...
Tunic. And more importantly, the blue tunic. I think the blue tunic should have been given to you a little bit earlier.
Well, yeah, because by the time you get it, you're like 2 dungeons away from getting your next mail.
Yeah, it's a little unbalanced.
Yeah.
2 dungeons, 3 dungeons. Is it in Ganon's Tower or is it in...
Yeah, Ganon's Tower.
Okay, 3 dungeons, yeah.
Or 2, I mean, or...
Depends on how you count.
Or if you skip 5 and just go to... I mean, if you skip 5, do 6, and then go to 5, and then 7.
It's an interesting approach to take with it.
Which I would never do, by the way, but...
I would never do it either, because blue mail's so useful.
Again, I only skip 1 dungeon and then go back to the one before it.
And that's mostly because the mittens are more useful than the fire rod for just getting 100% sake stuff.
So, block pushing puzzles. And torches, because yes.
Yeah, because we need to do this just to move the room on the other side.
And whiz robes.
Has anyone actually played like any of the Link to the Past ROM hacks?
I played the parallel worlds and that's it. Oh my gosh, don't do that without a guide.
Ampost way.
I was tempted to at one point, but I don't know. SNES ROMs are the ones I seem to have a huge amount of trouble trying to patch. I mean, I wanted to play a couple of Mario World hacks, and they're like,
the one that comes with the. Just use the one that comes with the one that patches the Super Mario World ROMs. That's what I usually do with all the others.
oh, but that's.
But then again, I don't usually like to play ROM hacks. I mean, there's something about playing them that makes you, well, miserable.
Yeah.
It depends. Sometimes a ROM hack can be so good that it sort of overshadows the original game, and you can hate it for that reason. And then there are, of course, as you said, the ROM hacks that are just designed to make you incredibly frustrated and hate all of it.
Or it's just something that is original in concept, and it's just a redesign of like the original game. But like, I mean, it's got the same basic idea and structure to it, but like, it doesn't have any new gimmicks or new stuff you haven't already seen before.
I mean, that's why I want to bring up like parallel worlds again, because besides changing up the story and the graphics, it still was fairly the same game, except it was a lot more difficult, kind of almost like how Kaizo does things, which that was just a mess for a ROM hack too, but I like the idea of parallel worlds. It really worked, but if you're trying to play that ROM hack without a guide, you're not getting anywhere fast, because it's so cryptic, and especially because there's a Lost Woods puzzle, but they change it every single version, so you never know where to go.
I know people were not LPing Kaizo Mario World. Goodbye.
No, I mean, I've seen people just like do mock-ups of it and that's it.
Yeah, KK was thinking of doing an LP of it, and then once he got to about level 4, he went, no more, please.
I did a challenge video on it, that's more than enough. I had to beat it, I felt accomplished, never touched it again.
I would sooner do Lost Levels.
I don't care what people say, it's badly designed. Anything that forces you to use save states is bad design.
I think design isn't even an appropriate word to relate to it.
I was thinking of trying to play the game my Wii emulator, not use save states, and I just thought, wait a minute, this is Kaizo Mario, that's suicide.
Why would you even consider that in the first place?
Exactly, as soon as I considered it, I'm like, wait a minute, that's suicide, don't do that.
I'd be checking your pulse to see if you're still conscious, if you're thinking that.
Well, this was before I really started to go into it more. I only played the first level. Well, it was bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought. So I was like, maybe you should chance it, and then play the second level. I'm like, ditch that idea and burn it with a passion. And burn it with a passion? I just noticed what I said. Good night.
I'm burning with passion. So yeah, while nothing's going on, I was wondering, would anybody be up for doing a Link to the Past race?
I know I probably would be.
Once it gets to the Dark World, my
you like Dark World?
My bearings just disappear. Yeah, get to the Dark World and my bearings just disappear. So that would probably be a bad idea.
Honestly, I say if there's a race going on, it's like the two best contenders would probably be only me and Ken for right now.
That's like I think by the time I finish this Let's Play, I think I got everything memorized by now. So
at this rate, I have most of the stuff
anyway.
Yeah.
And this is when we need to start using the Cane of Samaria, which is something I completely forgot to introduce. Yeah, the Cane of Samaria allows you to create blocks, and you can also throw them into certain places if you want to, which is not something that's really all that necessary. It also makes a reappearance in Oracle of Ages, but that's about it.
And it also shoots, and it also explodes into lightning bolts, which is kind of cool.
I was about to say, that's why it's one of the most unique items, because it has two uses. You can either use it... Actually, no, it has three, because
you know what sucks? It doesn't even do that in Oracle of Ages. If you try to shoot the Cane of Samaria again, when the block is there, it just creates another one.
Doesn't make any sense, but yeah. I guess they wanted to nerf it a bit, because they found people using that instead of bombs for those certain puzzles, so maybe they want to just take that away.
That is fair enough, because the Cane of Samaria's bolts are so powerful that the only thing that can actually block them is the mirror shield.
Well, true. Well, technically, what I mean by like make one of the, make another block instead of makes the other one that you placed before disappear, and then you create another one in its place.
But I do like how it's like the most useful item when it comes to different variety of usage, because it can now use as a block, a weapon, we can actually use it as a moving platform in level 7, so I like that.
I forgot to blow up that crack for some.
Oh well, don't need it.
I don't think there's anything important in there though.
No, there's not. I think it's either just another kill room, or it's just probably just a room with a lot of rupees, and you don't really need that at this point.
I don't think so.
Which sadly, I completely... Which I don't really go back to the fairy fountain to do that anyway, because I think I had the instinctive thought in me that maybe this would probably waste just want to finish this now.
Fair enough.
Because you want to know the honest truth? I actually went back and finished this all like right after we finished commentating over part 10.
That's what I remembered. Like as soon as we finished part 10, I was like, now we need to record more. And I noticed that's as soon as you started to make more raws. And also, I can't do anything as a bunny.
Fast reflexes.
Or
the only thing you can do as a bunny is look cute. That is it.
You can just run around and pretend you have the bunny hood from Majora's Mask, and that's it. Although you don't have it.
Get out of here. Anywho, trying to fight another eyeball boss. Great variety this game has. First off, we need to kill off his pupils. Ha ha ha. And we need to keep a good eye out for him. Again, another joke for
Ken, what you are saying I can only describe as vitreous humor.
Only watch yourself.
Why?
But yeah,
whenever it pops itself out of its line, out of its vitreous humor, just keep an eye out for that, and try to move out of the way of its lightning bolt attack. And just cheese your way through this by launching a crap load of arrows at it. And
I always notice those last 4 eyeballs never come out of the slime.
They never do.
They're just
the looks.
That was
no, but that's fine.
Those were the most poorly stilted puns ever. I'm sorry.
That last one wasn't even an intentional pun.
They were out of sight.
Like, that was an intentional pun.
Sight out of mind.
Come on, maiden, join in the puns with us. Please.
And then, as you see, the eyeball is gone. Oh, I'm late to the party.
Damn it! She
Oh,
doesn't
the
care.
princess. We were wondering when that was going to come back into the plot.
She's like, I ain't caring about your party, bitch. Go save Zelda.
Oh, sorry, the princess is in another castle.
Because for
Or in
some
this
reason
case,
I
in
can't
the
assist.
dungeon.
Because I can't assist you for some reason, even though I'm free. But anywho, next part we save Princess Zelda inside of Turtle Rock. Huh?
She liked turtles. Just imagine when I came from.
I do not want. I don't want to know how long Link's PP meter is.
Oh,
Now can you
jeez.
imagine where we came from?
So we've already got bloopers, that's fantastic.
Bloopers is just me talking.
I'm recording.
Well, we can also talk about kids' interest into Lucky Star.
I guess we could indeed.
Thou shalt come to me, Varlet.
This is going to be the most interesting thing to put together.
You got bloopers, right, Marley? Because
Yes.
I'm already watching Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm
We
fine.
watched it last night, so I'm fine. We got a Link to the Past. Yeah. No. Yeah. I gotta make an awkward transition here. Come on. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. Otherwise, we will be here all night.
If you want to learn more about Zelda, click this link to the past.
It was like minutes ago.
Did my video just stop?
Yes, it did.
That is why I'm not watching on YouTube.
Jesus, let's start over.
So are we still going or are we starting again?
5, 6, 7, go, go, go.
So I do
Bloop.
believe we'll be starting over again.
Super.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Think so.
okay.
Blooper, blooper, blooper.
Come on, dude, one thing is... You still have the files on the computer. I would just watch them there. Because YouTube is just a mess.
Yeah, that's right. I have Raws on my.
Yeah, I should know. I was looking through that earlier.
Funny about that, yeah.
Looking through that
Why
before a
did
second.
I keep forgetting I have these Raws on my computer?
Exactly. I change from YouTube at times, but I just realized that, don't do that.